Went through 3 different levels last time to unlock the Architect's Melody. Started with that mini boss. And then we unlocked Clawline, which allowed us to utilize those rings. And that got us up to the Architect's Melody after we solved the puzzle and all that. But to go into a little bit more detail, we covered the Cogwork Core, and then we moved on to the Whiteward, and then the rest of the Underworks. Now in this episode, I'm going to be covering everything I missed in Act 1, including some things that can only be accessed after completing Act 1. We're here in Choral Chambers, and there are a few sections of several maps that I haven't fully explored yet. Like this section right here. I'm going to be finding out what's hiding in this place. Hopefully it's some sort of item. But I'm going to be seeing. Well, we got a bench. Now, what else is here? We have a couple of switches. Hit that. Now some sort of liquid is coming out. Doesn't seem to be doing anything for horning or nothing, like healing or something like that, for example. Now I'm going to be trying the second switch. Same thing's happening, but nothing else is happening besides that. So after messing around a little bit, I got out of there, and we're going to be going in this direction right now. Alright, seems like we have found ourselves a brand new gauntlet. Didn't survive this gauntlet, had to come back several times. The enemies in the Choral Chambers are pretty tough. Got to face off against these 2 guys, so they got the ground and the air covered. They both have projectiles, slashing attacks, all sorts of things to watch out for. That guy even got an aerial attack. Had to heal a little bit. Reason why I'm using the Reaper Crest, so I can't get those silk balls or orbs or whatever you want to call them. Got a full silk wheel again. And we're almost done with the first wave. Second wave is going to be a little tougher since there is one of those creatures that can steal your silk, and it's doing that right now. Found out that the best defense is to just move to the opposite side of it once it creates its weapon, and hopefully just throws it completely in the opposite direction from where you're at. Now that thing's the only thing that's left here. I'm going to be using Clawline a little bit, and I took that thing out. This is going to be the third wave. A little bit easier. It's not too bad since you can deflect the bells that are coming from that enemy. And if you time it right, you can use it to actually hurt another enemy or the bell chucker. That's what I'm going to call this thing. I really should remember the names of everything, but there are a lot of enemies in this game. Am I going to be remembering 150 plus enemies' names? I don't think so. It's not going to happen. I'm promising you right now. Just took that one enemy out. Had to go under that enemy. Let's try to kill me with that flipping attack. Alright, now we have 2 of these guys. Trying to gang up on Hornet. Ain't gonna be letting that happen. Okay, we got full silk wheel in, which means that we can heal. These guys aren't really too bad as long as you don't stay in the corner or nothing. They will gang up on you. Just moving around when I need to. Finding any open space to heal when I can. Now I'm starting to utilize Clawline. I should be using that more often, but I don't know. I still gotta get used to it. As of right now, it's still kind of new to me. Now one of those silk stealing enemies just popped out of nowhere. Just as I was about to take that guy out. Now it's starting to steal my silk. And I'm not liking it. Alright. I had to dodge out of the way. This thing's still trying to come at us. Alright. Had to move on that one. That's it. We finished the gauntlet. Now the gate door open. And we're let out here. Presented with the switch. Just smack that switch, which opened that door. And now we're down here in this little hidden area of the Choral chambers. Let's go a little deeper into this thing. Now we're seeing some enemy here. Gotta take them out before we can go any further. Plus I want their rosaries too. I'm trying to get as many rosaries as possible. Also I need craft metal too. Need to buy some stuff from the Forge Daughter. Alright, it's getting a little bit hectic right now. Trying not to die. Getting kind of close to it. Had to come over here to heal. Now we can go back and find these guys. This is kind of the best way of doing it. If you can't isolate one enemy from the rest of the enemies. So I did just that. Took out the flying enemy. Now the only guy that's left is this guy, which really isn't too hard. Just took a couple more whacks with the needle, but that was it. Now I'm going to be checking out what's down here. Well, just found another enemy, which means more rosaries. We're up to 205 of them. I'm hoping to be buying a whole bunch of stuff in this episode. And I think this leads us back to another section of the Choral chambers that we already investigated. So let's head back up here. And go down this side. Yep, this is leading somewhere. Just got met by another enemy. Gotta take this guy down real quick. Hold on. Gonna take a little bit of work. But at least this guy isn't going to be jumping around everywhere since this hallway is pretty narrow. Alright, just got hit by his attack. But I think we're going to beat this guy pretty soon. He does take quite a few hits to take down though. We got some rosaries from that, so I'm not complaining. And also we found ourselves a big chest with a whole bunch of rosaries here for us. 34 of them in total. Giving us 273 rosaries overall. And we found ourselves a whole bunch of silk right here. Just took it all. Later on we got out of there since I was messing around trying to find some sort of breakable wall or nothing. There was nothing there. Now we're back out here. And we actually found ourselves a brand new bench, which makes things a lot easier. Well, this isn't even a bench. is actually an elevator. So that's good to have. And also there's a switch right here. And this was the door I was wondering about for the longest time. Now we're here at the gate. In this section, I haven't really fully explored since we weren't high enough. But since we found that little secret area, we actually have the opportunity to do this now. So we made it all the way up and we found ourselves a Spool fragment. We just need one more. Now we're here in the blasted steps at our bench. Now this area I didn't explore the last time. I should have done it. But now that we're back here, I'm going to be checking out this room at the bottom, which is filled with these little worm things. Don't want to get torn and eaten, so we're not going to fall down that. And apparently we're back outside. There's this thing sitting here, and we found ourselves the Magnetite dice, used in simple games and believed to bring luck to the bear. I'm honestly not sure how useful this thing is, but we have it now. And there's another room here that I actually haven't checked out, and we're going to do that right now. We just found Grindle. He jumped up there. The thing is, we don't have a double jump or nothing, so I ended up giving up on that. Now there's something else here to check out, and I think we found it. And it's a breakable wall. We just broke through it, going inside, and there's something to inspect here. It's giving us a little message. Stand eternal as orbiter. Okay, well, doesn't make sense for now, but I guess there's a little section hidden right down here, and also a little hidden room. Climbing up, avoiding those spikes, and that one. Hold on. And we found ourselves a silver bell beast, which turns out to be a beast shard. Breaks into 140 shell shards. I guess is good to have. Is better than not having it. Now we're getting out of here. Just gotta figure out how. Hold on. There is a way out of here, right? Going back up. Checking for signs. Not finding nothing at all. Alright, we're down here now. There was actually a narrow passageway out of there. And now we're back down here, and we're gonna be buying stuff from Pebb. Especially the Magnetite brooch. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Brooch? It's whatever. We bought that thing. Now we're here at Bone Bottom. In this section, I actually should have checked out the first time I was here. I admit, I just basically ignored everything here and ran the opposite way, where I should have just explored this place. Now I'm here trying to take out this thing that almost took me out. It's waiting by the rock right now for some reason. I don't know what it's doing. Just floating on down for it, trying to lure it towards us. And this thing just kamikazed itself onto Hornet, but we took it out. Going to be heading down, and I'm seeing a Marion berry. I think that's what it's called. I gotta get that thing in a little bit, but there is something down here though. But before we go down there, let's break through these vines. That unlocks the door. And we're here now. Alright, let's go back. Got things to check out. Especially this structure. And these rosaries. That I definitely need. I've been spending a little bit of those rosaries already. Alright, now we're heading in here. And this will be known as the Chapel of the Wanderer. Got a couple of rosaries here waiting for us. Nothing else in that little chamber, or whatever you want to call it. Cave of some type. There's a trap there though. And also a breakaway floor. Okay, well I couldn't stay afloat high enough to avoid those spikes with Hornet. Suffered a little bit of damage. Let's go down a little bit further than this, but had to check that out. Knew that was a trap, just didn't get anything out of it. Want to see what's on the other side. Alright, avoiding all those spikes and gathering some rosaries. That Magnetite brooch that we just bought has been proven hella useful. Don't have to pick up rosaries anymore, they just float and head towards Hornet on their own. Alright, we're down here. And apparently we found ourselves another Gauntlet. Okay, now we're suffering more damage. Just got enough to heal. Gotta get more silk now. Just keep running into enemies too. I'm not sure what's going on. What's happening? And heal again. This is a brand new enemy right there. The one that looks, well, it doesn't look like anything. It got a little horn on it. That's about it. The other guy looked kind of like a rhino. Maybe a little stag beetle. You know what? It might be. Well, we took out the last enemy. Time to see what this place is hiding. Heading further down. And there's something here. We just stabbed right into it. Now we're binding. I'm thinking it's a new Crest. Yep, we got ourselves bound the Crest of Wanderer. Cut swiftly and nimbly with short, precise strikes. I'm not sure how useful that crest is, but we'll see. I don't know when we'll see. More than likely, I'm going to be sticking with the Reaper crest for a little while longer. Now we're out here trying to take this bug out so we can get another one of those Marion berries or whatever. Well, apparently it's called a Mossberry, so I was totally wrong about that one. Either way, we're here now. In this room, I haven't really checked out until now. So I'm going to be doing that once I take this guy out. That happened. Let's go ahead and take it. And we found ourselves a shard pendant. Allows one to collect more shell shards from defeated creatures. When shards start becoming important, I'm probably going to be using that. But we're here now. Next to the flea caravan, just going to be taking a seat. And the first time I should have done this, but I started talking to him again, and I accepted the promise that they had, which was the Lost Fleas. Me and Hornet have already been doing that this entire time, but now we're here, and we found ourselves a brand new breakable wall. The Marrow is another place I haven't really fully explored like I should have. That's why me and Hornet are here right now. Just got those rosaries, and that does come in handy. This is not the only area of this place that we haven't checked out, so we're heading this way. Gotta take this a little slow since these two enemies basically blocked that whole way off. Took one of them out. One more left. Snock into the spikes. That seemed to have done the job. Now we gotta go over here. Alright, that guy fell all the way down. Alright, barely avoid that one. And we found ourselves another breakable wall. And took that enemy out. But I'm more interested in seeing if there's something hiding up here. Maybe one more breakable wall somewhere. And we definitely found something. Brings out this big guy, which we gotta take out. Just gotta run out of the way before it charges at us. And we took that thing out too. Now we're up here. This place isn't on the map. Well, before we head that way, I actually want to go back this way. There is a switch. And this gives us a shortcut from the fleet caravan into this area. Now we're going up here, and we can't check out what's hiding in this place. There seems to be a giant shell here. No breakable wall. Let's hit this thing a couple of times. And we found ourselves a brand new boss with the Skull Tyrant. This guy wasn't really too tough, but I did lose to this thing a couple of times in order to learn his patterns and all that stuff like that. He doesn't really have too many moves. Like when he stomps around and all that, a bunch of rocks are gonna come falling down. You just seen what he did right there, where he just leaps at you and more rocks come falling down. And the last move he has would be him basically charging at you. And that essentially covers everything. He doesn't do anything else besides that. And we're going to be repeating the process until this thing goes down. One thing that it does have going for it would be durability. You're going to be hitting this thing hella times. You can't attack it from above since it does have the bones and everything protected. Just playing as patiently as possible. Get my attacks in there when it stops. If I don't do that, then sometimes I can't get hit when this thing just returns the other way to run. Just got hit again, getting kind of close to dying right now. I'm hoping to get enough silk, which just happened as I was talking. So we healed. Have 5 alien heads now. Would be nice to have 6 alien heads, but I think it would be better to beat this boss first. So I'm chilling. And I'm going to be playing this thing kind of slow. Just got another attack in where the rocks come from are with the little streams of particles and all that stuff. I don't know, I'll call it that. It's not water, it's not smoke or anything. I'll just call it particulates or whatever. Still getting a couple of attacks in there when I can. Hopefully this adds up to a huge victory. Just for that attack. Alright. And trying to chuck more rocks at us. We successfully dodged it. Just got another hit in there. Avoid those rocks. Got another attack in there. I feel like we're getting hella close now. Unfortunately, that kind of prevented me and Hornet from healing. So we're only left with 3 alien heads. Going back this way and luring it. Okay, well that didn't really work out that time. Let's move back in. And this should be about it, I think. Heal one more time. Alright, good stuff. Still gotta fight this thing. Has a lot of life to it. Just hopped out of the way. And did that again. While only getting 1 hit in there. I would have liked to get more hits in there. But it doesn't really seem like it's possible for me and Hornet right now. Got another full silk wheel. And a full life bar too. This boss overall really isn't hard. It's just patience. It's the only thing that's probably needed. Just got another full silk wheel. Continuously hitting this thing whenever I can. Alright, well, we've finally taken it down. Time to see what me and Hornet get from this. Let's pick it up. Crown Fragment. Collected from, okay, well that's basically all it does. Now we're still in the Marrow, and this is the next section that I haven't explored yet. Okay, that was probably not the best decision. Alright, let's press this up here. Let's take this little guy out. Don't take too much. Let's continue this way. Just use claw line to take that thing out. And we're getting pretty close to where I wanted to go, which was up here. Now, I'm going to see if there's some sort of breakable wall around here soon, but I need to get these rosaries. And we definitely did find a hidden area in this cave. Alright, we made it all the way to this side. I guess we only get more rosaries. They all came back to Hornet. We're up 293. Well, never mind. We got a whole bunch more with this chest. Now we're in Greymoor. As you can see with the map, there's a whole bunch of things here that we haven't explored. We're in the halfway home, just taking a seat, and we're going to be talking to New. Since we got the journal done, I want to see what we get from that. So we talked to New for a little bit. And we completed our wish. We go back into a conversation with New. Now we get a 2-pouch expanded. We don't even have a tool pouch at this point, I don't think. Basic pouch designed for holding traps, tools, and crafting materials. Something worth having. Now we're in this location of Greymoor. And this is definitely a place I haven't explored yet, so I'm happy to do that right now. And I'm really hoping that we find some good stuff up here. That'll be cool. Getting a few hits on it. Pogo attack. And we're up to 394 rosaries. Found a brand new passageway here, which brings us into another one of these towers. There's a switch here. I don't know what this thing does. It has propellers. Nothing happened after I hit it once. Let's go over here. Nothing to find in that area. And I'm seeing some sort of bridge. Let's see how we're going to work with this. I'm going to hit the switch a few more times, and hopefully it'll activate this contraption. This thing sure is taking a whole bunch of hits to start, but it finally happened. Now we're going over here. And I kind of missed there. Gotta try this one more time. Now we're riding the wind and we're over here now. Getting attacked by Scissorman again. This place is kind of tricky in that you can't really jump up. And that's kind of important to beating this scissor guy too, especially when he comes charging at you. You kind of want to jump on top of him and then do a downward strike. That's what I usually do. Well, pogo attack if you want to call it that. Just like that, but that time I hit his scissors and he got me with one hit there. Now I need to get all the silk back. Gonna play this a little slowly. It's really trying to stay away as far as possible. I keep getting close to this thing and it keeps backing up. I don't get it. Finally took it out and got 18 rosaries from it. Now we can activate this switch. And this one's even trickier since we have to go through the spikes. Well, only got hit once, and that was my own fault. Time to try this again. And I'm gonna have to activate that switch somehow. Before we do that though, hold on, what is out here? Got hella spikes. We're gonna have to bounce off those balls and all that stuff, so that is something I'm gonna be doing a little bit later. As of right now, I need to activate that switch so I can ride that wind wave or that wind tunnel, whatever you want to call it. I think we're getting pretty close. Just need a couple more smacks. Oh wow, gonna ride this wind. And that did it. Now we're back up here and I'm ready to ride this wind all the way to the top. Nah, that didn't even happen like that. Flown over here, still didn't happen. Holy crap, I'm not trying to fall all the way down to the bottom. Especially when I made it all the way up here. So I'm going to take my time. Hopefully I can avoid that. And I think I did. Use a claw line and we're up here. Got ourselves another SilkEater. Yep, exactly that. And we just picked up some more silk too. And we're going to be getting out of here. Basically found everything in this little area. So I'm heading down. Alright, we're not trying to go back up. Hold on, I think there may be something up there that I missed. I'm not sure. Let's see. Alright, riding this wave, which brings us up here. Yeah, this area I actually haven't checked out yet. I said I was going to do that, and now's the time. Bouncing off that ball. And that ball. Unfortunately, missed that time. Got that switch worked out, which gave us the stream of wind, allowing us to get back at least a little bit of silk. Now I'm hoping I can lure that enemy over to our direction and me and Hornet can take it out. But it's not happening like that. It's just staying essentially in the same exact area. Kind of bouncing off that, bouncing off this. And that thing was definitely not following me any further. Another brand new enemy that seems to be throwing shuriken at us. I think we finally took it out. We take out this rat too. And that happened. Now we just activated that switch, which gives us a brand new stream of wind. We're riding that up. Before we get those rosaries, I want to see what's down here first. This seems like a brand new level that I'm not really ready to check out yet, so I'm coming back this way and I'm going to be getting those rosaries if I can survive. Just had to fall into those spikes. I think I'm going to be bouncing off that rat. No, decide to actually descend at the same exact time. I'm going to be using that thing to bounce and get Hornet from point A to point B, but it is what it is. Time to get out of here though. I don't think there's anything here to find, unless I'm missing something. Let's go down here anyways. It might not be a brand new level. Well, it seems like the other side. We're definitely still here in Greymoor. Some sort of house here? Well, there's one of these little guys. Little mop head. We just freed it. Hitting that switch, knock that down. And we're in this structure in Greymoor right now. I don't know what to call this thing yet. There's openings everywhere around here. I'm going to be seeing what's hiding in this place. I think I've seen all this before. Alright, head back this way. I want to see what's on this side. Well, there's an enemy waiting for us. We have to take it out. Got full silk wheel, which means I got full life now. And this place hasn't really been explored either. There's something under all those bells. I don't know what it is. I ain't trying to find out right now. Alright, there's nothing up here. Nor is there some sort of breakable wall. But there is something else to climb though. And we got ourselves one frayed rosary string, which does equate to a lot of rosaries. Going in here. I can't do that. Got call out.
No.
And this person seems a little grumpy. Let's try this again. Sometimes you have to talk to a character a few times before they get to the point. Well, they were asking for some sort of specimen. I don't know where to find this specimen, so we got out of there. But we did find ourselves a brand new bag of rosaries. Now we found ourselves a brand new elevator. And this is taking us to the Pilgrim's Hideout. Not trying to go there right now. So we're heading back up. And I actually want to go a little higher. See if there's anything else here. Alright, hopping back to this side. Need to take care of this rat. Just did that. Bouncing off that ball. The only thing I use those rats for is silk anyways. I don't need the shards. Do it. Found a breakable wall. I'm not sure if I want to check that out as of now, neither. I mean, I want to finish finding everything in Act 1 before I start really exploring new levels and everything. Because when I do that in the future, I'm going to be doing a complete exploration, at least until I run into limitations. Some parts of the game don't open up until Act 3 or something like that. Have an enemy to take out. Hopefully I'll knock it off this platform since I really do need all the silk I can get. I'm at full silk as of right now, but got some rosaries from it, bringing us up to 491 rosaries. Now I'm going over here, using the balls and the enemy to bounce and move. Well, we get to inspect this thing. Seems to be some sort of riddle. It's not giving us a way to respond other than stand there, so we're just gonna leave. And I'm gonna take out another one of these guys. Alright. I'm really interested in seeing if they're hiding something up here or not. So I'm trying to read that again. Nothing else happened. So I'm not sure why they're leaving it up there for you to read if they're not giving you anything for it. I mean, maybe it's a clue of some type. I'm not too sure. I'm heading back down. Still don't need those shards. But I am interested in this area. It doesn't have a map. Did I find another brand new level? This is going to be known as Sinner's Road, and I'm definitely not going to be exploring this right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to be going to a different area of Greymoor after this. So let's just go ahead and head to where that is right now. We're back down here. Didn't explore it the last time. There seems to be someone trapped in those webs. Just freed him. And we talked to Krat for a little bit. We find out he has a store. I'm going to be finding out what's up with that store a little bit later on in the game. As of right now, we just freed the flea. Now me and Horner are heading down here. And this is another section of Greymoor I actually didn't explore yet. Whole bunch of sections of Greymoor I haven't explored yet. Which explains this brand new ending. I didn't see until now. Just got hit by one of its projectile attacks, but as you can see, you can knock its projectile attack back at the enemy, which proves to be its double-edged sword. Just found a shard bundle. I'm gonna have to research shards, see what they're good for, other than using them at the bench. Just took out that one enemy. Now I'm getting Horner up here, trying to see what else is on. Okay, I should have just knocked that attack back at the enemy, which I did right there. We took that thing out. We got the Rosaries. And there's nothing else that seems to be found here. Alright, just took out that rat. Got enough to heal. Maybe get more silk by taking out this thing. Alright, we took it out. Only got 3 Rosaries. Now we're out here. Gotta deal with these crows again. I don't miss these things. I mean, I like crows in real life, but the crows in this game are hella annoying. They stay just far away enough to be annoying, like a lot of those enemies. Hold on, Rosaries are coming back to me. Magnetite Brooch. Or Broche? That's probably how it's pronounced anyways. Broche. Brooch. I was pronouncing it like that for a little bit now. It is what it is. Got one more crow to take out. And got some Rosaries from that. We got 523 of them. I feel like we're getting pretty close to something. There's an opening here. Going inside. That leads us to this bridge. And also, we can't go higher here. Just hit that switch. And it seemed to have unlock this area. Alright, let's bounce up. See a bunch of rosaries here. I want those. And also the rosaries from this crow right here. Once I take this thing out. This thing ain't easy to deal with. It got diving attacks, it got projectiles, slash attacks of all types, downward strikes. See that right there? You could get hit up like that. You got a charging attack and a flurry attack. It got all sorts of attacks. This thing is not easy to deal with. But I did get enough silk to heal up. Just had to hop back up here in order to face this thing head on. And we did that. Now we have 540 rosaries. Get more rosaries. And I'm just going to be checking out maybe what's up top. So there's something else hiding up here, I'm thinking. Also more crow enemies to take out. That guy's hella annoying. I complained about that enemy before, the one with the throwing knives. Well, it's not throwing knife, but it's a throwing projectile. Throwing dagger, I guess you can call it that. Got hit by those daggers a couple times. Claw line, along with a couple of other attacks, do a little bit of a combo. Okay, well, that kind of prevented me from healing again. Getting pretty close at the top. Alright, there is actually a way up here. And also some rosaries collect. We're up to like 700, we're up to like 585 rosaries. That's what's up. Now I need to find a store so I can use these rosaries. Also, surprisingly, I'm kind of down on shards. 465 of them only. Gotta change that up. Now this crow right here needs to die. Wanted to get more than one pogo attack on that thing, but it seems like these casino owners have been busy. Alright, there's a way to go even higher here. I wonder what this is all about. And it's another spool fragment. So this is the second one, meaning that we're going to be able to carry more silk now. Now we're in this section of Greymoor. And there's actually a hidden area right here I didn't check out. So I'm heading down. And I'm wondering what I'm going to be finding here. There seems to be no other way to enter this area. And we found ourselves a bone scroll, which can be sold to a collector. Now we're in the Whiteward. Since we do have a ton of rosaries, I kind of want to find the architect. But we also have something else to find here, which is the Choral Commandments, a relic that can also be sold to collectors. Now we're basically at the bench. We're just hopping down, going over here. And we were in that room before. Now we're back here where we fight these things, and I'm not going to be fighting any one of them. I just want to find what's hiding here. So the last time I jumped up here and I totally missed something that can be found, which is actually on this side. It's right here. We're taking it, and it's the Injector band, which increases the speed of binding. So it's good to have, and I'm glad I have it in my repertoire now. Let's get out of this area. And we seem to have found another secret area accidentally. I was just jumping up and bam, we were up here. Okay, before we get out of this area, there's gotta be something hiding down here. And it seems to be a breakable wall. We just broke through that. And a ring. Now this wouldn't be possible unless we got claw line. Letting go of the ring, picking this up, and we got ourselves a surgeon's key. Gotta find out what that's about a little bit later. As of now, we're here now in the Underworks. And we're here to buy from the architect. Now, I've been wondering about the cogwork wheel. It costs 360 rosaries along with 1 craft metal. And the scuttle brace is another thing I've been interested in, so I bought that one. That leaves us with only 1 piece of craft metal. Now we're here. Found another breakable wall. Heading downward. That just leads me and Hornet to nowhere. Gotta keep heading down. No breakable wall on this side. Got hit through all the steam and face another one of these moths. Seem to have committed suicide. Got another bone scroll, giving us 2 in total. Now we're here in the far fields. This is another level that I didn't really fully explore the first time while I was here, which is my fault. Just have to take care of these enemies and avoid that trap. Now we can hop up here. This area is a little hidden room where there's hella rosaries on here. Just need to take this guy out before we can get the rest of the rosaries. Let's force the heal. Just doing a bunch of pogo attacks as usual to take this thing out. They have no defenses for this attack right here. They're powerless against it. Alright, well, we took it out. Let's collect every single piece of rosary that's here. Now we're in this area of the far fields. And we just climbed up here. Finding even more rosaries. Going back in this direction. Hopping up here. And we found ourselves a switch. Unlocking that switch, which gives us access to this bench. After we got done with that, we're back out here. And there's actually an area right here I'm kind of curious about. Bunch of spikes everywhere. Ran into that spike, and it took me a couple more tries before I figured this thing out. Gonna be floating all the way down here, bouncing off that, and then floating the rest of the way onto this platform. Trying to pogo every single one of those, it just leads to nowhere good. Kinda got killed the first time I tried to do that. Not now. Okay, let's avoid those spikes. But we're here. Breaking these cages. Now we can let's go break it anyways. Looks like it's been waiting for an enemy this entire time. Let's check it out though. Take that thing out. Found ourselves another chest, which gives us a ton of rosaries. 155 of them, in fact. And this ladder. That's kind of disturbing. Now we're here at the forge dock. Let's go to the shop. And I want to buy the sting shard for 140 rosaries. There's also a magma bell there too. I think I'm going to be getting that a little bit later. As of now, I'm going to be getting this, which is my last piece of craft metal. So I'm going to have to find more craft metal a little bit later on in order for me to get this magma bell. Now we're here in the Hunter's Marsh. We're not going for that craft metal yet. There's actually something for me to find here. There's this statue, and also I'm hearing another creature here. And I totally missed this creature the first time. We're gonna whack this bush, which should reveal this location. And this character will be known as Gilly. After we got done talking to her, we're here now. And we're checking out this room, which has a ton of shards. And it seems like our maximum capacity for shards have increased from 400 to 500. So I'm thinking that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what brought about that change. Alright, we're getting attacked by this ant. I had to take it out. Wasn't really given a choice at all. Now I'm just heading up here. And we just found ourselves another room. Heading inside. And it looks like we found ourselves some sort of gauntlet. Definitely lost that gauntlet. But on our way back, we found ourselves another breakable wall. This one isn't a huge find, but it is worth finding. As you're going to be seeing, it's going to be a frayed rosary string. Definitely usable at the store. Now we're back here. Just had to claim that kill, and we're going into battle. The hard thing about this fight is that both the air and the ground is covered, so I'm using my brand new tool to attack the air enemy. Big guy, I'm just trying to stay away from him for now. Get my attacks in there when I can. My priority is taking care of the air enemy. This thing is pissing me off. Using claw line as much as possible. Almost out of my brand new tool. I kind of maxed that thing out already. And it still didn't take out that thing. Okay, hitting it kind of takes it out. That's great. Don't want to hit it myself. I gotta see how that thing works for real though. As of right now, I think I took care of the air enemy, and the only guy that's left is this big one. Which I'm just slowly taking out. One hit at a time. Hold on. I have to jump over this thing. Okay, accidentally got hit there. Got hit again. Now I'm in a little bit of trouble. Finally got Silk to heal. But then instantly after that, we got our life taken down after that. Either way, we finally beat him. we have this thing and a ton of rosaries. Alright, collecting 175. Got ourselves a curved claw. Arch sharp bone used by hunters to take down flying prey. So I'm thinking that's good to have, as well as all those rosaries. Now we're here in the Blasted Steps, and I can't believe I missed this one. This little opening right here, I thought if you fell down it, you would die or something like that. Nah, it's just a tunnel system. So now I'm down here. Luckily avoided all those sand creatures. I'm not sure where that leads, but I want to go over to this side to see if I'm missing something. And I'm definitely not missing nothing. Don't want to get eaten by one of those sand creatures, so we're going to be staying in here for now and going back over here. And we got ourselves that piece of craft metal that we were looking for. Now we're back here in the deep docks.
So many.
And we're going to be buying that magma bell. Got that. And also the crafting kit for 180 rosaries, because why not? So we got that. The shard bundle. I've been finding so many shard bundles. I don't need to buy any of those. Now we're back on the bench, and this is going to be the end of the episode. I honestly can't believe I didn't find any of those things during my first run. Kind of shows me that I should slow things down when I explore a new level. So I'm going to be doing that next time with some of the new levels that I found in this episode. I still have to pick which one I want to explore first. But if you like this episode, I really would appreciate that like, subscribe, and even slapping that notification bell. I want to thank you and everyone that's subscribed to the channel. Until next time, I hope you have a good one. Peace out.